Hello and welcome to Retro Game Connect. I'm Dan Mastriani.
I'm Ian Butterfield.
And today we're going to deliver you an arcade classic because we're playing Paperboy. Basically, we're playing it on GameCube via... Ooh, oh no, there we go. Right. Midway Arcade Treasures. Yeah, wow, the background remover. I didn't think that was part of it.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
That was fun. Alright, so yeah, basically, I mean, this game was ported to everything. There's a good chance people have heard of it. So I think we should just go ahead and start playing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh man, that's some programmer art right there. Look at that! Look at that high score table. It looks terrible. But so I think this is the first game on Atari System 2 arcade hardware. I couldn't be completely sure, but that's what my research indicated. So it's interesting because it's a higher resolution than their previous arcade hardware. So this is gonna have some nicer graphics, especially considering how early in the '80s it happened. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do Easy Street. So my objective is to deliver papers to all the customers, and maybe while we're at it, I can oof, off to a bad start already. All right. Oh no. I accidentally vandalized one of my customers. Oh wow. So yeah, we're at like 0 successful deliveries so far. Out of the way, kid. Okay, there we go. Good.
Ta-da!
That's one. And watch out for this brake cancer here. Yeah, this is not an easy game. And I just ran into that hearse. This is another fun trademark of though these. There was early Atari games, even though they were like really, really early '80s. They already had stuff like. Come on.
Those people just, didn't bother stopping for the stop signs.
No.
What are they, Rhode Island
Really?
drivers?
Does that not count? I'm really annoyed there. I thought that one was good. All right, that one was good. Ugh. Awkward. Yeah, it's not an easy game. Okay, I can get some bonus points by smacking this burglar. Except I accidentally broke the window instead. Yeah. This is why I turned down the difficulty before I started playing.
Oh wow.
Okay. I got that in there, so we got the fun training course.
Oh man.
Get some bonus points here, which I'm gonna need because I probably lost a bunch of customers. Yeah, so that's your starting game loop. So let's see. Wow, that's real bad. All right, looks like I got some new customers though. We're gonna see what we can do. It's a little awkward. So in the arcade, this actually had like a bike handlebar. No, awful. Also awful. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. But you get away from the hedge. You can actually get bonus points by vandalizing people who don't subscribe to your paper. How dare you? Except I. Oh, dog barking at me. Really? Of course, there's nowhere to go back. Okay. I got plenty of paper, so. Okay, there we go. I've got at least one delivery.
What year did this come out in?
I've gone and completely forgotten. I have it in my notes, but wow. I don't know how I'm supposed to get around that car.
was gonna say, I'm pretty sure going backwards was only invented in the early 2000s, so you know.
Yeah, it's modern technology. All right, well, let's quick put my initials, and I will quickly look up the year here.
Keep playing. I'll do it. I'm not doing anything.
No, I gotta
here.
write my notes, so I just gotta pick up my phone here and look. It is. Oh, I don't have it right here in my. Oh, here it is. 85.
Womp. 1985. Yeah, that was like 15 years before going backwards was even invented.
Exactly. You know, so people didn't know about it back then. I remember I was very inconvenient. I always had to walk forward everywhere when I was 5.
Right?
I hated that. but
y'all, this is being y'all. We're like 6 months into this lockdown. We're just getting silly over here.
Oh boy. Yeah, but well, that's one of the things about this game is, you know, it's like got a really mundane premise, right? And you're a paperboy. So I guess the idea they had is they kind of wanted to give it like a sense of, there we go, doing a little better, of like reality but unreality. So
actually feeling a sense of achievement from menial tasks.
Yeah, you're doing something like, you know, standard and normal, but on the other hand, it's like things are just kind of I hit that RC car.
It's the Dark Souls of being a paperboy.
Right. Well, this game does want your quarters, but there are like all kinds of odd things going on too.
Like people just randomly breakdancing infinitely.
Yeah. I thought I was out of the way.
Smack.
Like there's a hearse parked out here. Like the cars are hot rods. Ooh, okay, that was close. I think it hit Paperboy 2. Things get a little dang. I guess I miss him. Things get a little stranger, but I mean, I don't know if it's this one or that one. You can actually like find the Grim Reaper hanging out on the street.
Oh my!
That you have to avoid. I'm like, it's like, why is the Grim
right
Reaper
in the mailbox?
Well, that didn't work out. I wanted to try and stop the robber, but that didn't happen. You can break up this fight.
That's so random.
Yeah. And there's this, you know, like the wacky training course at the end of the.
And also that there's an audience that's going to cheer about your performance at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, wish I had an audience that would cheer when I was throwing boxes at work.
All right. So the whole thing is like just a little weird. So how do I do here?
Video games being weird?
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
I know, right?
Video games are completely normal.
I know. But
like, it is completely normal to play as a little pink balloon dude who can eat infinite things.
I mean, why would you not?
On their powers. I mean, my neighbor's one.
Oh, yeah? Okay, I was worried that guy was going to drive out at me. Ah, dang. What is... Oh, that's somebody... Is it supposed to be somebody jackhammering? I was wondering what that noise was. Ah, really? Wait, I can still... Oh, dang.
Hey, hold up. Let me just go infinitely spin on the ground in front of my house.
Well, that guy's, you know, that guy's a good breakdancer.
Just, you know, no coefficient of drag or friction.
Oh, wow. That's what I get.
Interfering with this.
Yeah. Dang. Oof.
X-ray, read all about it.
They did not like me. Alright, well, this game is pretty simple, but I will go one more run and see if I can get a little farther. Just because, you know, there's some weirder stuff that happens. Maybe I should try, it's probably not going to go well, but let me try the middle road just to see if we get some different looking houses. And that'll be that. Yeah, this is
Oh, that's a different looking house.
Really? There we go.
Blork.
Bunch of people getting extra papers, but that's fine.
Blork. Runaway tire.
Yeah, you're on a retire, just goes back and forth.
God, the suburbs are a nightmare.
Oh, I mean, you know, I can confirm that I grew up in the suburbs. Oh,
and he's chasing you.
yeah, he's mad. He's mad. No, knowing this game though, that probably would have happened anyway.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Yo, let me just roll this tire down the street
Really?
because that makes sense.
Yeah, so the biggest challenge in this game, that was awkward. Biggest challenge in this game is, I think, getting used to the angle for there we go, for throwing the papers. Good. You saw, like, we just passed a house that had a bunch of graves in front of it. I'm like, what?
Mood.
There are people buried here? Who does that? What?
Goths be like that.
Okay, so I guess for that house, I would have had to get it in the mailbox. Because otherwise... Yeah, see, the Grim Reaper! The Grim Reaper's just hanging out in front of that guy's house! What's up with that?
That's Kenny McCormick's house.
Yeah, there you go. That must be it. Death
Either
is just...
that or insert the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy reference here.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one. You got Jamaican Death hanging out.
Hey, where's my Paperboy?
Oof. Oh well. I mean, I did better than I expected since I went to a more difficult route. You can also, of course, go onto the street, but then you have to worry about getting hit. Oh, what was that? It's one of those guys on the street that paints himself up to look like a statue.
And then just smacks Paperboys.
Yeah. You do have to be careful because, like, you know, you can go on the street, but then you have to worry about getting hit by cars, and the shots become more difficult. But also, you notice, you know, there's a curb. You can drive off the curb as much as you like, but whoa!
But you can't drive back up unless it's a driveway.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So that is what I was about to say before somebody... I don't know what I was supposed to do about that. But yeah, that's before somebody came up and hit me. That's what I was trying to say. So there you go.
F.
Yeah, I think that's about all I can accomplish because I'm not terribly good at this game. But I think we saw the basic gameplay loop.
Well, it is an old arcade game, so there's not much for a game loop.
Yeah, it's basically just, you know, hey, practice until you get the hang of the arc of the papers and you can deliver stuff. But hey, we got to see the credits, so that's important.
Oh yeah. Only one of them is canon though.
Yeah. There you go. It's pretty simple, as most arcade games of the vintage are.
Indeed.
But honestly, it's been ported to everything, so it's not hard to play. It's very widely ported. Plus, of course, obviously, you can always get one of the collections that was included in to play the original arcade game.
To be fair, this seems like such a basic game. I almost guarantee a Flash game website somewhere hosts it or a copy.
Right. Yeah. But...
this just triggered my brain into remembering that Star Wars Trilogy arcade game and just going, dang. I don't think that's ever been ported to anything, but that would be absolutely fantastic for us to play.
As far as I know, it has not, but our very first episode is the prequel to that game.
Indeed.
Yes.
If people want to go back and
Oof.
watch.
Recorded in the standard definition.
Standard definition in what, 2015?
Yeah. because we were trying to use the studio cameras, and they were their standard definition, and I had to blow it up to 720 so we could have the 60 FPS gameplay.
Before
and
the
it
dark
looks awful.
times. Before the Empire.
But
anyway.
Yeah, speaking of arcade games, though, I feel like if I had seen this in the arcade in 1985, I would have been pretty impressed.
I mean, it did have a handlebar controller, so that seems kind of hilarious.
That's neat. Plus, I mean, for 85, the graphics are pretty good. Even today,
I was kind of watching on a cell phone, so
yeah. But I mean, they're pretty clean and attractive, I think. And as goofy as it sounds now, I don't know how well you were able to hear the synthesized speech.
I heard some of it.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't catch all of it.
The audience will have heard it better than us.
We happened to be talking when some of it came on, so I think that might have drowned it out a bit.
Indeed.
But
or I should say, indeed.
Yeah. I feel like if I'd heard that in 1985, I would have been like, the arcade game is talking.
The arcade game is talking to me? Is anybody else hearing this? I'm not going crazy, right?
But, I mean, that's one of the most impressive things about that TI 994A that we played once. I don't know if you remember the one time we recorded episodes on the TI.
Oh, by the
we gave up on
force,
it
yes, I do. The thing that, read video games off of, cassette tapes or something like that?
It does, but we didn't play any of those because it would have taken way too long.
Oh, I know, but,
We played the cartridge games that loaded immediately. But it had a speed synthesizer, and I remember being really impressed by that as a child. Because back then it wasn't commonplace. I mean, as a child, it was impressive. When people may have noticed our intro, the super compressed retro game Connect. That's reference to stuff that's reference to stuff like Blades of Steel on NES. And even sounding like that, I was like, the game talked, because that was very uncommon.
This is what, 200 plus episodes in or some crazy like that, and we're finally explaining the intro to the show?
We played Blades of Steel.
We did?
We did. I know you don't remember, but we played it. It's okay. We have comments on that episode being like, oh, this is what I thought of when I heard your intro. I'm like, good, because that was the idea.
Ah! Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so...
Fun fact, everyone, I always forget to look at the YouTube comments, so comment on the Facebook page.
You can do that too, but please comment on the actual video, because that, makes it more likely that other people will watch it.
Well, true, but I think if the Facebook page gains more interaction, then it's more likely to appear in people's feeds, and there are people who are subscribed.
Do both then, because that'll make us more visible. It helps the show.
All engagement is good engagement on social media, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it will help if you tell us what you want to see from the show. That'll help us make a show that you want to see.
And share your favorite episodes to your friends.
Oh boy, the cat is chewing on the cord. I'm going to have to get up and stop her pretty soon. But anyhow, not much to say about Paperboy. Your basic arcade action game. It's all about practice and getting good at it and learning the nuances and getting your high score. So it's not a hard one.
Tangent about Star Wars and/or Dragon Ball Z that we usually go into when there isn't much to talk about a game.
It's fine. We already did that. Remember?
Well, yes, but it was a short tangent that was mostly related.
Okay. Well, we're trying to clamp down on that because we don't want to have a 6-hour episode about a game we played for 20 minutes. So anyhow, Paperboy, easy to get. If it looked interesting to you, just track down one of many, many ways to play it.
Indeed.
I don't know what the last... Do I have a list of ports? I might see what the most recent one was. Oh, wow, yeah, it's on iPhone.
That doesn't surprise me.
Though I don't know if that'll still work, because, they're always updating the... iOS updates are always breaking old games. And
No, I
developers,
don't know that because I have refused to switch to iPhone.
well, that's just the thing. Oh, now we're getting the cat doing her claws. Now I got the nice new microphone. People can probably hear that. Anyhow, yeah. So it was on 360. So that looks like the most recent place you can play it. So who knows? There may also be like some collection. Actually, I mentioned this was on Atari hardware. So why is it on Midway Arcade Treasures? They bought Atari's arcade division after Atari split them up. I think I've mentioned this before. Like Atari was bought by Warner Communications, and after the crash, Warner didn't really want them anymore. So they, instead of selling the whole company, they split the arcade division and the home division and sold them separately. So Midway ended up with the arcade division eventually, which is why there are a bunch of Atari games on the Midway Arcade Treasures. And I have no idea who owns it now, because of course Midway no longer exists, and I don't know if, ironically, it's Warner Brothers that bought Midway.
So you've come crawling back.
Yeah, I don't know if they ended up with all the Atari arcade stuff, or if that was sold separately. I don't know.
Like
I'd have
batteries.
to do some research. So, but anyhow, it's out there somewhere. Somebody owns it, and it will probably be resold at some point. So there you go.
Indeed.
Keep an eye out. So anyhow, if you enjoyed me crashing into things with a bicycle, make sure you give this episode a like. If you want to catch future episodes, and which maybe we can see what we're about to drive into, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I've been Dan
We'll
Mastriani.
probably still crash into things.
Probably, even if we can't see it. But you'll have to subscribe to find out. I've been Dan Mastriani. You can catch me on Twitter at NewTypeCola.
I'm Ian Butterfield. You can find me on Twitter at ENG You can find the show at RetroGamesCNCT, Facebook.com/RetroGameConnect, and RetroGameConnect.tumblr.com. Let us know what you thought of the games we played. Let us know if there are any games you'd like us to play. If we can get our hands on them, we might just play them. Or we might just eat them into people's mailboxes.
But most importantly, make sure you join us next time on Retro Game Connect.